Hotdog USA 0704, and today we will be starting our first GameMaker Studio 2 tutorial in the GameMaker Studio 2 engine. So as you can see here, I am in the workspace. Right now there is nothing in the project, but that is going to change because you and me, my friend, we are going to walk through this GameMaker and we are going to become pros, just like San, Spalding, and Mataru. Okay? So the first thing that we need to worry about is making a sprite, because of course there is no game without a sprite. So I will go here, right click the sprite, create, and I will create a sprite. That's it. So now we edit image. Okay, as we can see, we have a 32 by 32 canvas, which is just what we need. Ideally you do not want to use GameMaker for making sprites because, to be honest, it is kind of awful. But for this this is what we are going to do. I recommend getting a sprite or using Piscale on the internet. So right now the game we are making is called Hot Dog versus Terrorist. In this game, Hot Dog will be fighting against the terrorists of India. And in order to do that, we will need to make a hot dog sprite. So I will make a wiener, colored in with the fill. And I will make a bun. Are you following along? Make sure you are following along. You do not need to make a hot dog, but I recommend that you make your own character. Think of your favorite food. Give him sunglasses. That is a good way to start. That is what my it looks like the bun is a little too brown. We don't want to burn our friend, do we? Alright. That's it. Now it is ripe as a hot dog on a Tuesday. Alright. I am giving him sunglasses. Yes, very good. I will call him Jamal. He's too cool for school. Alright, so let's give him legs because, as you can see soon, I will add animations. Now, animations are great. They make your game look, it doesn't look like he's gonna have very long legs, but that is okay. This is our first project. No pressure, no pressure. Alright, say hello to the world, Jamal. Spread. So I like to, this is very important whenever you name your sprites, always have conventions. So as you can see, this is a sprite. So I am putting SPR in front of it. So I know that it is a sprite. This will be useful when eventually you have many objects in sprites and you don't know what is considered an object and what is considered a sprite. Now, objects are the fundamental to GameMaker. They have code and they are the only things that have code. That's what makes the magic happen. So I've made an object called it. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, silly me. I need to add Jamal to the room. Make sure you add your character to the room. So to add them to the room, hold down Alt or Option, depending on what monitor you are using. So I put Jamal down. Now I go to the object. Now we got to add movement. So let's add some basic movement. Now let's go to the step event. Step event pretty much happens every single second. So whatever code you put down here, it will be repeating on loop. So this is good if you want to have checks for inputs, such as the keyboard. So that is what I'm gonna do. So first I'm gonna do if keyboard check pressed, VK left, we will do something. Now, this basically checks for a single frame after you press a button. Okay? So if we do that, let's do x minus equals 5. Now this is the same thing as x equals x minus 5, and the x represents its horizontal plane on the GameMaker grid. So if you press that, it will move to the left. And just to show you that it should be working, let's run the project. Let's run the project, and I am pressing left, and it is moving. But I think I would like it better if it moves when I hold it down. I just think that feels nicer. So a simple thing to do is keyboard check. It is the same thing, but it only checks. No, it checks constantly. So now if I hold down the button, it'll move consistently left, which is it's very good. Jamal likes it. Oh, now this looks a lot better. Yes. All right. So now I'm gonna repeat the same thing for all 4 directions, and then we will have movement. It is simple as that. You know, Game Maker makes things very easy sometimes, but then Game Maker makes things very hard sometimes, and we will see. So I'm doing VK right for the going right. Do VK up. Now for Y, this is a little confusing, but if you were going up, you're gonna want to make it negative. That's because in the room, when the top is the 0 and the bottom is the higher number. So if you do minus, it'll go more up. Yes. Okay, so VK down. That is going to be plus equals Y plus equals 5. Okay. Now, that should... Alright, so now if we press the keyboards, it will be moving. And the neat thing is, it also goes diagonal. If you press both, it goes diagonal. That's because it registers the X change and the Y change both. Now, Jamal, the happy hot dog, is capable of basic movement. Now that was part 1 of the tutorial, just to get acquainted with Game Maker a little bit. In the next lesson, we will be going over coins, and then Jamal will have some enemies soon after. But I hope you like that video. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe.